Oh man, this 12 video of Road to 100. You feel me? We watching. Well, what I want to react to, I want to react to that 9 to 5 workers versus streamers debate. Bro, I was seeing clips on that shit, bro, and that shit looked funny, son. So like, I wanted to watch it on stream. I wanted to wait to watch it so I could react to it and shit like that. But I ain't gonna lie, like, first impressions is just kind of my opinion with everything. Like, I feel like it depends. Like, streaming is not gonna be as hard as like being in like investment banking, right? But like, I feel like for you to make a career out of streaming, it'll be hard to make like 12. Let's just say $12 an hour. For you to make $12 an hour while streaming or doing content is way harder than finding a job at like McDonald's or some shit paying $12 an hour, Chick-fil-A, or any type of fast food. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like it just depends on how would you describe hard? Like, hard as in like you're working hard, like physical labor, hard as in you being successful at it, hard as in just mentally. Because I feel like at the end of the day, like, anything that you do every single day over and over and over again, even if it's something that you love, like, it's gonna like affect you. Like, you're not gonna want to do something every single day, even if it is something you love. You see what I'm saying? Because people get burnt out all the time with everything. So like, for you to stick with it even though you know, necessarily don't want to do it, and like, I get it, like, it's some people's dream job. Well, trying to be a streamer or whatever and make it successful, bro. I feel like people don't give credit enough to successful streamers, because it's like, bro, like, this shit is hard. Like, I'm already I'm on my 12th video, and I don't even think I got a single view yet, bro. And like, I don't know, it's hard, bro. So like, I don't know. I feel like it just depends on what your definition of hard is, bro, honestly. Cause like, I mean, yeah, I mean, streaming is easier compared to like, you know, being not like an investment banker, like going out and like fucking being like a construction worker and shit, like, obviously. But when it comes to, you know, being able to actually make a living and have some type of income off it, that shit's hard, bro. So yeah, we're gonna see what these people say and what their arguments are, but let's see.
Artlist's AI voiceover feature allows you to turn your words into voices you never thought you had.
How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job is dangerous.
You would have to actually go to work.
You can't leave
Went to school and still.
and paid rent.
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice.
You're high. You're hungover.
That's just playing video games. I play video games on my spare
I
time.
don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
And I feel like that too, though. Like, I feel like people just kind of see people, like, you know, they feel like people just stream their hobbies and shit and, like, just think that shit easy. Like, I mean, yeah, it is. But I do feel like, for you to be able to make money off of streaming games, like, it's just so hard, bro. Like, it's so hard to go viral. It's so hard to make clips, bro. Like, you gotta be in this shit for years, bro. And people don't see that shit. People don't be seeing, like, all the hard work it took to get to that level, bro. But that's what I personally feel like, bro. But I feel like too, like, just because necessarily, like, streaming necessarily any job is harder. That's what I also feel like too. Like, I feel like just because something's harder to do, that doesn't mean that it's like people will actually be successful and like make a lot of money doing it. You see what I'm saying? So it's not, because to be honest, I really don't feel like it's like this should be even a conversation, bro. Because at the same time, if something could be harder to do, right, but you still not getting paid what you're supposed to be getting paid, you know, by how much you work. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, who would do like construction or some shit when you could go and become a streamer? You see what I'm saying? But I mean, at the same time, who's the people that is gonna go out there and build houses and do roads and shit like that? So it's like a, you feel me? But I don't know though. I feel like it's so dynamic, and it's just like, I think it just depends on what do you mean by hard. You see what I'm saying? What are you comparing it to? But one thing about this though, like I've been seeing like a lot of clips of it. Like I kind of don't like how everybody kind of talks over each other and shit. Like in Jubilee, like it's literally like you cannot the only person that's talking is the two people in the room, like the two people that's, you know, sitting on at the table. But like they kept kind of like trying to overlap each other and shit. I don't know. I didn't really.
How's it going?
Same old different day.
Okay. All right. So my argument here is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9-to-5.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up. You go, you know, you flip some patties, you know, maybe you sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We have to deal with thousands, tens of thousands of people critiquing every little thing we do, every decision we make, every thought we have.
You guys got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have to go sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox. We have
got
to
it gravy, bro.
What's the next trend? What's the next idea? Oh my God, I have to stream today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass every day.
And you have lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You got
high energy 24/7.
I wish I could be at home like you and kick back and get paid big money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around. We're walking around doing things, going to parties, doing all this stuff.
I got to slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I got to work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're Gary.
I mean, I understand that perspective too, as in like you going to work, bro, like niggas, like you getting treated like shit, like you doing shit that you really don't want to do, bro. Like it kind of, that's another element to it too, like just mental health, bro, because it's like, it is weird because it's like, bro, like you going out there doing some shit that you don't want to do, but at the same time, like these niggas, bro, they've been doing the same shit too. Like the first like 1-2 years, these niggas probably like, the only kind of argument I see is like if you like, bro, like the first like month or two, boom, like you just fucking blow up instantly and you like automatically a successful hit. But if it's not that though, bro, like it's, bro, like that year, 2 years, 3, 4 that you sitting there just grinding, seeing no fucking success, bro, like that shit's hard too, bro. And niggas don't be seeing that shit, bro. And I feel like niggas just kind of see the end product when everybody know them. And now, like, they doing shit that they making a fuck ton of money. They doing anything they want. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, they looking at these niggas like, damn, y'all niggas got it made. When it's like, bro, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of niggas that, you feel me? Like, you just didn't see, like, what they had to do to overcome that and to be at the position where they at. And I feel like that goes with for any successful person too, like any type of CEO, like entrepreneur, like everybody just kind of look at them and be like depending on who they are, just be like, oh shit, like yeah, like you just got that shit made, like, or you know, you come from a good background, or you feel me, you had this and this opportunity that I didn't have. When it's like, bro, everyone came to this earth, bro, and was the same person, bro. Like everybody has the same opportunity every single day. Everybody got the same 24 hours in their day to wake up, come do what they gotta do. But shit, some people take advantage of that 24 hours and some people don't. And it's like, and it's not even on no shit like, oh, like I'm gonna just do one thing that shit don't work out. Oh shit, well I guess I gotta do this 9 to 5 shit for the rest of my life. Like, bro, there's so many niggas out there that's been doing shit and been experimenting and trying shit for so fucking long, bro. Like, before I was even able to get a job, bro, like I was searching up like how to do fucking drop shipping and affiliate marketing and shit. Like, I literally still got shit on my computer. Like, I would try to like make like do thumbnails for niggas on like Etsy and shit, and like do what else I try to do. They had this another thing, like I would try to make a YouTube channel with like the waves and shit, like white noise. Try to do that shit. That didn't work out. And then like I started going and like kind of seeing what I wanted to do for my career. And then that's how I kind of stumbled across like finance and stuff. Like, I always kind of knew that I had an interest in the stock market and stuff, but like I ain't really take it serious until then. Cause bro, let me tell y'all niggas, like the reason why I really got into like me thinking about my future and like what I wanted to do, like I'll never forget, bro. Like one of my best friends, like I've been knowing this nigga since I was fucking born, bro. He was at my house and we was on my porch, bro, and we was just talking like, damn, like, cause he a year older than me, right? So I think he was going into his 12th grade year, I think. And like, bro, we was just talking, bro, and he was like, man, like we gotta figure out some shit to do, like what we gonna do and shit. And I'm like, yeah, nigga, you right. Cause like, bro, like I don't know, that's some shit you gotta think about young, bro. Because like I just didn't want to be them niggas that, you know, graduated high school and don't know what the fuck they want to do. Like, I don't know, that shit. So I think, bro, that shit kind of I wouldn't say changed my life, but like it put me in the right direction. You see what I'm saying? Because like after me doing research, you know, that's when I kind of got into day trading, and then started looking at like finance careers and shit, and that's where I stumbled at right now. And I'm still trying to strive to be where I want to be at when it comes to that, to my career. So like I appreciate him for doing that for me, and you know, just that conversation, bro. But yeah, I don't know though. I feel like when you work in jobs like that, bro, it's like damn. But at the same time though, like I don't know. At the same time, bro, like niggas didn't see all the hard work that it took to get there, bro.
Guaranteed to get paid. You have
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
You're not guaranteed?
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed pay.
Guaranteed pay if you work.
No, I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
Just
get paid
to
either.
collect.
We don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have people in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is boring. We don't like that. You have to create content. Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F this 9 to 5 shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat,
Well,
whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm going to keep it a buck. That's a homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go out there and get that bag.
The tour poster's here.
I think she's got some.
That's another thing too, bro. Like everybody be talking about, oh yeah, like this streaming shit easy, bro. If it was so easy, like how everybody be talking about it, bro, like everybody would be a streamer. So it's like I ain't gonna cap. Like I can see both perspectives, honestly, but it's like at the same time, like there's no way that you could convince me that, like, just for example, you know, being a mailman. I mean, yeah, I feel like that would take a toll on you mentally. You know, doing some shit that you don't like doing. You gotta wake up every day and be at this fucking dead-end job that you don't fucking like. That could be taxing mentally. But at the same time, though, like, I feel like being a streamer, like, being a streamer for years and years and not seeing no success, that also will fuck with you mentally as well. So it's kind of like two sides of the same coin, honestly, I feel like.
She wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up asking for a picture. Do you know how hard that is in a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
you gotta grind.
you have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What
Get a
would you
fucking
do?
job.
If you lost completely all your YouTubers, you had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to actually have to go to work. Did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn around.
You're proving my point.
You would have to
proving
turn
my
around.
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
You still cook. You go cook for another school.
That's another thing too, though. That's a good ass point. Like especially like when you become a streamer, bro. Like this shit is all you got, bro. Like this, what you gonna put like for like a job resume or something? Oh shit, I've been a streamer for 5-10 years. Like, you feel me? Like, who gives a fuck? Honestly, at the end of the day. So like, I mean, he do have a point when it comes to that. Like, you know, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, and another thing too, like. But at the same time, on the other coin, like, bro, you get fired from your job as well, too, bro. And especially, like, how the job market is right now, bro. Like, it's not like you get a job, like, you see what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's two sides to the coin.
I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 local cans.
I feel like he trolling. This nigga trolling, bro. I feel like Lacey the only nigga taking it serious, bro. This nigga adapt, bro. I don't know if he's trolling or this nigga's dead ass slow, bro. I can't tell.
I gotta make sure I get the 4 local can. And
Not to mention,
you have to do work.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you.
From Arkansas. 35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, people didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
you get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done
You
it?
get spoiled. No. You get spoiled, and your mama and
Rhonda,
daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving it to you.
Rhonda, I got a question for Rhonda. I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda, have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30 days straight.
24
hours a day.
Day and night. No break.
We all streamed.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
You know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute?
Turn your passion for pet portraits into profit.
Ad. When have you ever ran? You never ran a 3-minute ad.
And I feel like another thing with this video, bro, I feel like I feel like Jubilee should have did it, cause like I don't know. I feel like Jubilee really does a good job of like making sure that both perspectives kind of get their side of the get their side of this get their point across and have both the perspective be heard equally. But I don't know. This is just kind of I don't know. I feel like one side is really not listening to the other, and like everybody's kind of talking and just like being very interruptive, and like everybody in the background like laughing and shit. Like I don't know. I really feel like if it was supposed to be like a actual like productive conversation, I feel like everybody should be able to talk without feeling like they being laughed at and having their point kind of like misconstrued. Like look at this bitch in the back, bro. Like this bitch is fucking red, bro. It is like, my nigga, like how could you say that you was fucking cooking fucking frozen food and be like and tell another nigga like he ain't doing shit? Like, you see what I'm saying? I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like I don't know, bro. It's like that shit's weird. Like, how the fuck you gonna say like as a fucking school fucking lunch lady, all you do is cook frozen fucking food, being like, damn, my job was way fucking harder than being a streamer, bro. Like, it's like, nigga, like you're not doing shit either. You know, it's the only thing is, I feel like the only difference is, and now I'm kind of looking at these niggas, like the registered nurse. Like Rhonda has a point, bro. Like she had to do a lot to become a registered nurse. You feel me? Going to school, you know, going through all the hoops, you know, being black in the South. You see what I'm saying? Gotta be like, bro, them like how they talking about how like they get breaks and shit, bro. Nurses. I mean, I don't know how it was when she was coming up in nursing, but bro, them nurses be fucking working, bro. Like, they don't have enough nurses. They don't have enough nurses for these all these hospitals and shit. And I remember in COVID, bro, like, them niggas was fucking, like, that shit was real, bro. Like, niggas didn't want to work at them fucking hospitals, and niggas was dying and shit. The nurses be going through it, bro. So, like, and it's like shit like that, bro. Like jobs that's actually takes, like, certifications and, like shits that be having you work all types of crazy ass hours, bro. Jobs like that, bro, I could respect that shit, bro. Like, honestly. But like for somebody that works at a fucking post office, fucking like reading packages and shit, and like put them on a fucking truck or put them in a box for it to get shipped out on a truck, and like a fucking lunch lady that be fucking all she gotta do is fucking take a damn frozen ass fucking patty, put that shit in a fucking oven, wait 3 minutes and just pop that bitch on a pan, on a fucking tray. Like how you gonna sit here and talk about this nigga didn't do shit, bro? Like, but I don't know. With Rhonda's point, I feel like she doesn't like, but you know how niggas be. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know how niggas be. So like, I don't know.
You're short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God. Now
it's fake
think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person, we call them parasocials. They judge your relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging you.
I got caught with my ex.
I got caught with my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health, when you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think, social media, what they say about you.
That's our
job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh,
You're
brother.
short-handed.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
This nigga's fucking retarded, bro. Like, alright, nah, I ain't gonna lie, that's disrespectful, gang. Cause bro, are you serious, bro? Like, you really think, like, I don't know, that's fucking disrespectful, bro. Like, that shit, like, you can't even fucking compare the two, bro. Like, how the fuck you gonna compare, doing fucking open heart surgery on somebody and then, like, streaming, bro? Like, comparisons like that, alright, bro. Like, now you're fucking pushing it, bro. But, like, cause I don't know, I feel like, bro, like, you know how much stress people gotta be in? Like, first of all, understaffed. The stress of seeing somebody's fucking intestines all out, fucking knowing one wrong decision, fucking pass that nigga the wrong fucking tool and it's fucking over for this nigga. All the sanitation that goes into doing this shit, like, nah, that's disrespectful, bro. Like, I don't fuck with that shit. But I don't know. I feel like Lacey's the only person that's really taking this serious. I feel like Adapt and fucking Ron, I don't know if them niggas just fucking retarded or they really believe this shit. I don't know. I don't know if they
Alright, so you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your editors, your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
Well, that's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
Want to break into cybersecurity but don't have experience? The Google Cybersecurity Certificate uses
I would even go as far to say.
But that's another thing too, though. Like, streaming, bro. I feel like one thing, bro, and like I feel like niggas also seeing this with like the AI shit, and like they're scared like people gonna lose jobs and shit. But the one thing is, bro, like, jobs always go extinct, bro. Like, that's how it's been from the beginning of the time. Like, we don't have niggas like going into the fucking light poles and fucking lining up the fucking candle and the shits no more, bro. Cause it's just like technology just got so much better, bro. And that also opened up jobs for like shit like light bulbs and shit and people trying to become electricians and all that. So it's like every time like there's like an innovative, like a groundbreaking innovation in like technology and shit, it always creates better jobs for everyone to do that's either easier to do or that's more creative. Like, cause when technology does like the hard lifting and is able to give humans more times to themselves, usually what happens is that it either creates more jobs to help make sure that all that shit running correctly, or it just gives people more opportunity to be creative, bro.
As every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
Why is she laughing? Bro, she's making me mad.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't fuck with that shit, bro. She fucking laughing and shit like she got the hardest job in the fucking world. Like, bitch, you a fucking lunch lady, son.
I actually...
A fucking granny, bitch. Like, bitch look like, what's that one fucking show called, bro? That fucking video game, fucking Granny on the Run, son. On the Run. Let me see, bro. Yeah, this fucking game, bitch. Like, what the fuck wrong with you, bitch? Hold up, son. Cause that bitch pissing me off too.
I would even go as far to say,
like, look at this bitch, bro. Like, bitch, is we fucking serious, bro? You trying to laugh at all these niggas, bitch? You look like fucking angry granny run, bitch. Like, bro, we fucking serious right now, son? Like, bitch, you fucking weird. I don't know. I don't fuck
every
with that
person in
shit,
this
bro.
room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing.
Cause I don't know, bro. At the same time, like,
we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
Why is she laughing? Bro, she's making me mad.
Why is she giggling? I actually feel like they're wrong.
See, look, now this is the bullshit. This is the bullshit I'm about to talk about again. Cause now these niggas, I feel like Lacey was the only person that kind of actually had an understanding of like both sides and shit. But like, I feel like everybody else is just fucking like, I feel like they either first haven't worked long enough or just not smart to have like a real conversation and like hold a argument, bro.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%. You have security.
Talk about raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is guaranteed.
But at the same time, though, like there's also jobs out there that's not guaranteed pay. Like a lot of sales jobs isn't. So it's like, I mean, but that's why it makes sales so much harder, though. God damn. But yeah, though, bro. Like, there's also jobs that, you feel me, niggas don't get paid every day either. So I don't know. It's kind of.
When you go to work every day, everyone's
so you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you're someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because
You've probably seen my videos before, the sick cribs, the cool cars, the cool watches, and the freedom to basically live my life.
You're guaranteed and...
Yeah, bro. And that's what I kind of feel like, bro. Because it's like, I feel like niggas treating every 9 to 5 the same, bro. And it's like, obviously streaming is not going to be as hard as, you know, being a doctor. Or like becoming like somebody that's like high up in the corporate world or some shit like that. But at the same time, though, there's also a lot of sacrifices you got to make to be a successful streamer. And niggas just be seeing like the most successful streamers and all they doing is fucking playing the game or like going out and be able to do what they love but actually get paid for it, and niggas just kind of down that shit, bro. And I feel like it comes from a sense of jealousy as well. But I mean, shit, that's another thing too, bro. Just like, bro, who gives a fuck, bro? Because I feel like this whole kind of conversation just kind of came down to like how, like, first of all, at the other side, like the 9 to 5s, they never actually became a streamer or tried to become a streamer. I feel like that. And then, cause like, to be honest, I was kind of more on like the 9 to 5. Like, obviously a 9 to 5 is harder, right? But like, now me actually, you know, trying to become a streamer, you know, actually like pushing content out, bro. It's a lot of shit that be going on, bro. It's a lot of shit that goes into making a good YouTube video or being a good streamer, bro. So like, I can't even really say that, bro. Like, I can't say that 9 to 5, that your typical 9 to 5 job is harder than being a streamer. But that's where the nuance come in. Cause like, if it comes to like your regular average 9 to 5 job, fucking fast food, retail, like just your entry level jobs, I feel like streaming is way harder. But like, if it comes down to something that you actually need qualifications for, like being like a nurse, doctor, etc., like I feel like, yeah, then obviously that be harder.
You don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or wherever Lacey is easier than a streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas, you have to stay relevant.
We're talking about ideas now. Okay,
yeah,
we're talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to start with though? But it doesn't
easier.
make. But you're not even. You keep switching it. So why don't you answer my question?
I'm not switching anything.
You know, you 100% are. Yeah. So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what.
Stuff that
difficult.
You need creativity. You need to get out of your circle, comfort zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch YouTube?
Much YouTube.
So it's the same thing.
Absolutely,
so the people that you're entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this is entertainment.
Entertainment
but my
as a
question
job
to you is why?
Absolutely.
So do you truthfully you can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that? I'm just using that because that's the best example. Is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
In the
there's
sense
hard
of everyday
physically,
activity. Because
there's
some
hard-
people around here said, oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
When
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone, you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number
Okay,
of hours
perfectly.
that you are talking.
So you applied for a new job and you got the interview. Now you gotta nail it. Adobe Acrobat AI Assistant can act as a practice.
And typing.
I mean, I don't really get his point. Like, he feels like a job is harder just because you have to get out your bed and actually go somewhere. I mean, like, and like be around people. I mean, like, that's what, I mean, I'm not gonna say all streamers do that, but like, I feel like a lot of the more successful streamers that they see, like everybody in that room goes around and interacts with people. More people that's gonna be at like a fucking office. So I mean, I don't really
And
get his
shitting
point.
and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me
Yeah,
out.
go ahead.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most
Sure.
important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
What's your name?
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. I know. She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's right. She's right. I look good though. We good.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home, but if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you
berated.
been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers
Damn.
off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other
So
opportunities.
you're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
If I can answer a couple. So you were saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home. Like
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would
so
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. You said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off
He was
completely.
about to
Myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there.
Like,
Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my, like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making
It was
more than my
serious,
rent.
yeah.
So I was losing.
You were in the red every
I
month.
was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
Double whammy.
across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she laughing, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my
because-
mom, how?
them niggas act. I mean, I don't know their situation. I don't know how they grow up, how they grown up, right? But it's like, nigga, everybody, nigga, this niggas in high school, like, of course he gonna be living with his parents. So like, oh my god, like fucking old people, man. Like sometimes they really fucking get on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie, cause it's like, dude, like, especially that old bitch, bro. That fucking bro, we gonna call that bitch fucking angry granny. That's what the fuck we gonna call that. Cause that bitch fucking pissing me off too. And I appreciate little fucking Lil Weenie for sticking up for the niggas, bro. Cause like I don't like how she fucking laughing either, bro. Like, and then it's like, bro, like you gonna laugh and like, bro, you're literally like one of the most like the easiest fucking job that they got at that fucking place. Like, bitch, you a lunch fucking lady, son. Like, all you doing is fucking putting in some fucking nasty ass fucking ribs in the fucking boneless ribs in the fucking oven, bro. Put a little barbecue sauce on that bitch and call that fucking shit a day. Like, wow. Like, out of everybody in that fucking room, why the fuck is you the one trying to down niggas the most?
How's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to take 9 to 5.
That's a whole different discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when
people
they working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or accept them.
But that's a whole different conversation. What does that have to do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I.
And it's like, bro, I don't know, bro. Like, that's another thing too. It comes, and this shit comes up with like so much nuance, cause like you could really get deep into like, but I don't know. I feel like that's a whole different discussion. You know, once you get into like, like how people growing up and like being able to just not being able to do shit that you really enjoy doing and shit like that. Like, that's a whole different discussion. You feel me? Because I mean, obviously that is privilege to where like, you know, some people, they really can't be able to do streaming because you feel me, like they gotta support themselves, or like maybe their parents are not able to support them, so like, you feel me, now they have to get a job and have to provide for maybe their brothers or their sisters and shit. But that's a whole completely different conversation with a completely different nuance than just your regular person working a regular 9 to 5. I don't know, bro. Like, niggas don't see that. And, like, these niggas laughing in the back. But it's like, bro, how much you want to bet that all three of them had a place to be at, bro? Well, I'm not even gonna say that, bro, because, I mean, obviously they're older people and, like, you know, they grew up a lot different from what I did. But it's like, and I feel like also another thing is they kind of don't understand it as well as, like, the younger people. But her, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's more, I don't know, man, because it's like, I don't know, man, because for her, like, being somebody that's a little bit younger, I kind of feel like if she wanted to be a content creator, I don't know, I mean, because we don't know why she stopped. Maybe because she needed to get a job, or like maybe she was, you know, going out of high school and shit, and you know, like who knows the reason why she decided to do the 9 to 5 other than being a streamer. If that's something that she even wanted to do, maybe she just didn't want to do it. You feel me? Maybe that's just something that she thought that, you feel me, that wasn't fun at the time. So I don't know, bro. It's so much nuance when it comes to this, bro. But at the time of just coming down to is being a 9 to 5 worker being harder than a streamer, I feel like it depends what 9 to 5 we're talking about.
I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid.
Hey, video creator, we know you. For you, it's about more than getting the job done.
$100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure? If you knew
Nah, that's not, bro. Nurses, bro, you can find a fucking job anywhere in the fucking country if you're a nurse, bro. I don't believe that shit, bro. Fuck no.
what you were going to do.
Nothing secure.
Nothing secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings.
But
See, look, but I don't like that argument either, because it's like, it's not really about the money. It's about the job. Because at the end of the day, like, people could be getting work to the fucking bone, but not make as much money as a fucking CEO that sits on his ass all the time and just, you know, pick up the phone sometimes. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know, because I don't think money is necessarily like, it's not the, like, having a job that's hard is not a direct correlation to how much money you're getting paid for the job, which is the sad truth, bro. And that's something that I kind of had to learn, because, like, bro, I used to be seeing these niggas, especially like when I was working. Well, I mean, I'm still working right now, but like, I used to work at Chick-fil-A, and like, I'll see niggas work their fucking ass off, bro. And I'll just be thinking to myself, like, bro, these niggas, bro, I was thinking to myself, bro, like, bro, there's no way, like, how these people are not gonna be successful. And then, just for example, like, bro, they had this nigga that worked there, and, bro, he was so fucking hardworking, bro. Like, he would come to work, you feel me, come in long hours, come in when they ask him to come in. Like, bro, like, it's crazy how much time he put in that job, bro. But then he ended up going to working at a fire station, bro. And I was just thinking, like, damn, like, if he put that work ethic to anything he wanted to do in life, he literally could be anything he wanted to do. He could literally be anything he wanted to be. But he felt like, but what he wanted to do was become a firefighter. And that's just gonna be hard work, bro. Like, he was telling us how the academy was hard and shit, but he not gonna be making, like, as much money as somebody that's would be like an entrepreneur or something like that, a successful entrepreneur. So it's just like, shit like that is like, damn, like, niggas work 10 times harder, like, physically, but not making the money that equates to that, you know? So it's like, at the end of the day, like, I feel like having, just because you're doing more physical labor or doing harder work, it doesn't equate to how much money you're getting paid. And that's the sad truth, bro. And that's something that I kind of had to learn early, because at the same time, bro, it's kind of like, at one hand, it's like, and that's what I kind of had to get out of too. I had to kind of get out the mindset of, it's not necessarily how hard you work at, how hard your work ethic is at a job, because all that makes you is a good employee, not somebody that's going to be successful.
Have an audience, and even if you do lose all your followers one day, even if
let's say I lost it all tomorrow,
you still have residuals of your previous viral videos. Even if people are hating on you and shitting on you, that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to school. So were we. You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
Nah, bro, y'all niggas see that fucking clip on TikTok, bro? That shit had me fucking joked out, bro. Niggas say Streamer University. That's fucking insane, bro. Like, that's what I be saying, bro. Like, these niggas is fucking trolling, bro.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how you doing?
Alex. Gabe, how we doing?
College
I'm doing
professional.
good.
See, look, now, this is interesting, bro. Like, I like this one.
So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing. It's a weekly thing. It's a monthly thing. It's a yearly thing. It's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful.
Are you a Roblox fanatic? Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn digital gift cards.
Because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're going to lose their job. If you...
That's an interesting point, but at the same time, I feel like that's the same with anything. Like, especially on streaming, I feel like streaming is even worse. Like, cancel culture, bro. Cancel culture, like, bro, they'll look at shit that you did when you was fucking 17 years old and try to cancel you for that shit, bro. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's not a good point for the 9 to 5s because, like, bro, there's so much shit. Like your life is literally put up to such a wider audience. Like, if you get fired for something that you said, unless it's something like really fucked up and that's just going on your record, like niggas press charges and shit, then yeah, then that's just gonna kind of follow you, bro. But like you being a streamer, bro, and you do some fucked up ass shit, bro, like that could fuck up your, even if the shit is false, like it could fuck up your job that you have right now. But I feel like it's a way wider scale when it comes to being a streamer, bro. Cause like you could, bro, you fucking say a fucking a joke you shouldn't be saying at like 17, 16 years old, and now niggas carrying that shit to you fucking for the rest of your fucking time on the fucking internet. So it's like, and that shit fucks up any type of brand deals, any type of money. Like it'll fuck your money, period, bro. But like I feel like it's like that with both jobs. Like if you're a fucked up individual, you're a fucked up individual, and niggas not gonna wanna give you money or hire you. So it kind of plays both ways when it comes to, you gotta watch what you say, because I mean you gotta watch what you say in both fields. So
you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers, and you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now. You know, they get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you, you need to build that over years and years and years and hours of trust and communication.
That's a good point too, bro. Like, I feel like niggas just feel like they just kind of like blow up overnight, bro. When it's like, bro, niggas really be putting in that fucking work, bro.
And intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you. You don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers.
Of course not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so I have to do that same
so
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit, but the next.
This nigga, bro. But you know what I kind of feel like? I kind of feel like there's a little animosity too. Like I feel like they see niggas, cause a lot of it is kind of hand to hand, bro. Like I feel like a lot of it, it's like it's just kind of how you look at it. Cause when you do look at it and you really see like what's the real difference between like a streamer and like somebody with a sales job, bro? Cause like first, sales job, you want to get people coming in regularly every time they just for example, being in the car business, like you want to build up a clientele that's regularly coming to you every time they want a car. They're coming directly towards you. You know, the same thing with trying to build a loyal fan base and then retaining that fan base, being able to, you know, go out, reach out to your customers and, you know, ask how they doing and stuff like that. Make sure you keeping a good relationship with them. Same thing with streaming, how you want to keep posting content that your fans enjoy. You feel me? Y'all not having that same stable income. So it's like, I feel like being a streamer is comparable to being like a salesperson as it comes to, you know, trying, like those first 2-3 years are really tough, but once you get them gears turning, bro, like is only up from there. You see what I'm saying? Because once you get that first little momentum, bro, it's easy to snowball. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like it's the same thing. I just feel like when it comes down to it, I feel like if everybody was doing the thing that they love, this wouldn't even be a conversation. Because I feel like people see that the person on the other side is being able to do what they love and being able to do what they enjoy, and like they're envious of that. And now they kind of like taking it out, and now it's kind of like, oh well, I do the harder job. When it's like, bro, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you didn't see how hard it was to, you know, go to that level, bro. So I kind of feel like that's what it is too. I feel like that's the main thing that I feel like even sparked up this conversation. I feel like people are just mad that they're not doing the things that they want to do in life.
15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, bro.
Right.
You already know what he's doing.
We have to produce new shit every day.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take years to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could quick scope.
I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I had to do Faze Clan, build Faze Clan out, fix Faze Clan, and then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So
with how
And it's like that shit too though. It's like, but niggas also experience that shit too. Like, and I feel like that's like when people say like the hardships of streaming. I feel like what he said. Like everybody goes through that, bro. Like being in a career, bro. Like you could get your first big, getting fired. You feel me? Getting a divorce. Like I feel like bro, no matter what type of path you take in life, bro, like it's not gonna be one linear path to success, bro. Like there's always gonna have your ups and downs, whether you be a content creator, a surgeon, a nigga at fucking McDonald's flipping patties. Any profession that you go into, bro, anything in life, you're gonna have ups and downs, bro, and that's just how it's gonna be, bro. So it's like, yeah, at one point, and it's like both of them are doing the same thing where it's like, oh, I'm telling you why, like I'm dealing with this, and that. But on the other hand, the streamers could be like, yeah, bro, like I also went through this, and that. But I feel like the kind of disconnect is where like the 9-to-5 workers still think, oh, well, at least you're doing something that you enjoy. But the other side, like I feel like the biggest point, like, well, at least with this conversation, like, bro, both of the sides are really not showing empathy to the other side, and they're kind of just trying to, instead of trying to listen to each other, they kind of want to just prove a point. When it's like, both of y'all have a point to a certain extent, but y'all just need to listen. I feel like nobody's really comprehending what the other person is saying and really trying to digest that and, you know, be empathetic with each other. Like everybody just kind of, the 9-to-5 workers feel like, damn, like, bro, you doing what you love every day. Like, why the fuck you complaining? When it's like, bro, a lot of the time streamers struggle with the same shit that you struggling with, bro.
Step into Wix Studio, the web platform for agencies and enterprises.
People helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I
was it just you? Like
No. It was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was 13,
how did YouTube become so easy? Because a bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if it didn't exist, you couldn't press play, you couldn't press record, and then just talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on. Then boom, there you go.
Right, but I also had to spend years earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
Shit, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I mean, he's saying like credentials that, I mean, but like what they're saying, like credentials, like I had to spend years getting my credentials and shit like that. When it's like, bro, I mean, at the same time, coming from a streamer's perspective, I mean, they kind of have to do the same thing as well when it comes to just, you know, learning the trade, but they just doing it by fire, bro. Cause like, what's the difference between somebody going to college not getting paid shit versus like that first 2, 3, 4 years of a streamer not getting paid shit? You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, that's not everybody's experience, bro. Like some people fucking blow up the first month, first week. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, as I said, bro, it's so much nuance when it comes to it. When it comes to this conversation, bro.
I'm Vicky, and my perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist. Physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physicality.
Brother.
You guys just
I know how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone
know.
is very different. Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around, get up early in the morning. You stand on your feet all day. You never sit down.
I hear you.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so you're
like, I mean, I get that perspective too, though. Like, with the toxic chemicals and shit, I feel like that shit fucked up, bro. I don't know. I guess there's toxic I don't know why people put in toxic chemicals that could kill you into your hair and shit. I don't know why niggas doing that. But at least when it comes to like people that's like working on like plants and like shit like that, or like they're putting like their health on the line. I don't know. That shit's fucked up. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like niggas like that's like putting their body on the line every day. Like that shit could be like, yeah, like, you feel me? I'll work harder. And I feel like also with hairstylists too, I feel like they could say the same thing, bro. Cause I know, like standing up all the time and then having like working with your hands all the time, like, bro, that shit could have like, you start catching like arthritis and shit. Is that the word, arthritis? What's like your hand and shit? I don't even know if I'm gonna spell this shit right. Yeah, with your hand, bro. Like, niggas could start catching, like, arthritis, bro. And that shit ain't no fucking joke either, son. Fuck. But, yeah. So, I mean, like, shit like that, bro. Because, like, once you in that trade for years and you've been doing that shit for years, like, your shit starts to hurt, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, so. I mean, like, shit like that, like, yeah, like, yo, shit. Like, you do have more harder physical work, bro. And I feel like, but that's also when it comes to like the thing, like, what do you see as hard? Because I feel like the best argument, if you're gonna say that a 9-to-5 job is, if a 9-to-5 is harder than a streamer, I feel like the only people that could really compete is people that be on their hands and shit, like blue collar workers and like people that's actually using their hands and like the trade and shit. I feel like that's the only people that can really definitely say, yeah, my shit's harder. Or like people that has to go through like all types of crazy credentials and shit like that. I feel like these are the 9-to-5s off the top of my head that I feel like could definitely say that they're harder than streamers. Every blue collar worker, every person that works their hands at the trade, anybody that's working high, that's in the corporate ladder when it comes to like investment banking and stuff like that, any type of like private equity, any type of private banking for any type of private banking sectors, any type of surgeons, nurses, like anything that either requires a crazy amount of schooling, things that's putting your body on the line, any type of anything that kind of falls into that umbrella, I feel like yes, you could say that your job is harder than the streamer. But like my nigga, like a fucking lunch lady game, come on, bro. A fucking nigga that works at fucking Panera Bread, come on, bro. Like, not every 9 to 5 is the same.
Your whole
So
thing,
it's dangerous.
Listen,
your job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is,
isn't physically taxing. You're just talking into a microphone.
Listen. So your whole thing. Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not physical. I'm saying that a 9 to 5 job where you physically have to do some hauling around stuff.
So physically, I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200.
Well, I mean, shit. I mean, I mean, but now that you really think about it, though, shit, they be having buku niggas that be catching arthritis for playing the game all the fucking time. So, I don't know, bro. It's kind of like the same fucking shit, bro. It's like it's either right, it's hand on hand, bro. Like, oh man, this shit is fucking funny, bro.
Okay, montage.
Oh, come on, man.
No one in here.
Come on, man.
None of you can.
None of you
could physically
and you have
go
to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually, yes.
You take it on 4 days to hit a trick shot. It takes you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have to do
that.
that.
And then your day is never done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
No,
all of the things that you use?
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You
done.
don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When
Can
you're
you
done, you're
imagine
done.
these
Oh
things?
my God,
disable resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent it.
this nigga's so fucking hard to touch the game. Like, that's not. This is what happens when you don't have no fucking job and like you become successful and like you never had to work. Like, to him, he gets it, and I could kind of understand because just because I'm young and I could kind of understand like trick shotting and shit and like how like and kind of what he's saying. But like, how are you gonna try to explain trick shotting to like a fucking 45-year-old mom and how that is harder than a fucking 9 to 5? Cause I mean, I could kind of I get it to a certain extent, but you're not putting it to where the other people are gonna get it. You see what I'm saying? And it's like it's crazy even saying that, you know, cause it's like, bro, like this nigga's fucking playing obviously that nigga playing a game, right? But it comes to like a point where, I mean, at the end of the day, they are spending hundreds and hundreds of hours trying to get these clips and shit, and then going back and trying to edit them and all that. And I mean, that shit takes time too, bro. So it's like you can't really. And then at the same time, it comes to a point where it's like it could like depending how long you stay on the game, like it could be taxing on your body, but it's nowhere near as bad as if you're working blue collar and shit like that. So it's like I feel like how he's saying it sounds fucking dumb as shit, right? But I feel like if he just were to word it to where a normal everyday person would be able to understand, not just fucking only people in that space will understand, and it doesn't sound so fucking crazy, it would sound better. But I feel like that's the only way he could actually explain it, because he don't know nothing else, bro. And not even to try to like come at that, because I mean, I'm sure he is a smart guy, you know, obviously, right? But like, I just feel like he just doesn't have enough experience outside of that realm to really have an intelligent conversation with somebody that's never been in the gaming world, you know. So
Clips without disabling resample.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlining argument here is what you do is physically
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us.
You combed through every last piece of evidence. You made the
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far as.
So how many hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think.
I mean, like, it's like how he explained it is just so fucking stupid, but like it really like it's so stupid that to me it makes sense, bro. Like, cause if this lady picks up a fucking 360 controller, goes on Black Ops 2, tries to hit a trick shot, she's not gonna be able to hit it. But at the same time, like, that's two completely different things. Like, physically, she's not able to do that. But she's not even talking about that. We're talking about two completely different things. And it makes sense to him, but it's not going to make sense to everybody else. And that shit's like, but as I said, like, he just doesn't have the experience to know, like, that's not what they're talking about. Because, like, what he's saying, like, it makes sense, but just not with the context of the discussion, bro. And it's like he just don't. It's hard for Adapt to really say anything because he never had a job, and like this fucking trick shot and streamer shit is all he knows. So it's like, I don't know. That's just kind of sad, but.
How many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours?
Like the physicality that she's talking about is completely different than what he's talking about.
I was trick shotting. It was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However long I needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 10-10. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zones.
Stick drift.
The thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
They're laughing, but that's happened.
Nigga, you like it's like these niggas so fucking dumb too, bro. Like, bitch, bitch, duh, bitch. Like, that's fucking everybody. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, man? Like, oh, I don't fucking know, bro. It's like these niggas. I just feel like I feel like if actually intelligent niggas was to come up here and actually talk about it, it would make sense. And niggas actually care, man. I can't wait to actually have a real good discussion. If they wanted to come down and actually have a good discussion, bro, like they could have done that too, bro. And like not just kind of talk over each other and just try to prove the other person right.
Recently, I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost decapitated him.
He quoted his thoughts.
Yeah.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
Very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that. You know?
Bro, please, Silky, please do not be a dickhead to this nice ass lady, bro. Please, man.
Because
please
it's who you.
Please do not, bro. Because she look like she's the nicest person ever.
You are. That you know, we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers and we interact and have energy with people. Yeah. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me. Come on.
Millions of people.
Come on, y'all. Like, she's the fucking nicest person here. And like, come on.
You watch the video,
yes.
You save lives every day. Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You do? There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out to the clubs at night, staying out till 2, 3 o'clock. In the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was having fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
so what I'm saying is like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
Okay. Now
what kind of shit's going on?
Go to the club, you get to put some shades on and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
stream. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you
Come
doing?
on, man. Like, bitch, come on. This is a fucking good at. Why the fuck is you screaming at this fucking lady, son? Like, I don't like that shit, bro. I don't know. I might skip over this part, bro, because I can't. This lady look like such a nice lady, and they about to get this woman out her fucking camera.
Doing this.
But is that your choice? You
What do you
chose that. You chose this
No,
life.
that's the thing. We can't. We
And
can't
that's what's
do what
happening
you do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people too.
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many bands we meet a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I think,
any entertainment?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But nah, like but her argument, she just kind of disconnected. Like she feels like, yeah, she just get disconnected, bro. There's so many people that, bro, like bro, like streamers are getting so big. Like they're like artists now, bro, and like how fans of like artists, like they be like writing all the time how they music changed their life and they music did this and that for them. Like I ain't gonna cap, like nah, that's false. There's so many people that streamers help, bro. It's like streamers do be touching people's lives, some of them at least, but yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think that's a good argument.
Of course, I watch
So do
music.
you
I
ever-
got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course, I laugh.
So then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make
real.
you feel better?
When I'm watching
Wait, did it make you feel better?
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like how they're talking to that lady.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day, bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the
My
most
mom
difficult
was.
shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your mom
loves
and
it.
say that your work is harder?
She tells
That
me
is
it's easy.
so rude,
Nigga,
honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
She works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said.
What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
You won't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. Oh, it's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get
single
judged
day.
every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay. I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Hey, that's an argument too though. Like I feel like when it comes to 9 to 5s, like they get all types of benefits and 401ks and retirement plans and shit like that. Like I mean, shit, that could be an argument too though.
Yeah, Will.
Come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But
You on his diesel.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that was sarcasm. You didn't read it.
Fuck
No,
his
I'd like to-
dumb
No,
ass.
listen
You think
to
it's
the
dumb.
time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them.
No, let him.
No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still have to...
This nigga saying shit like he really doing something. Like, bitch, who the fuck cares? Like, nigga, what the fuck? And that's crazy, bro. Like, them niggas don't even see how privileged they are, too, bro. It's like, at the end of the day, yeah, you did work, and I can't even knock you down for how hard you worked to get into the position where you at, bro. But, like, bro, you know how many people wish that they could fucking sleep till 3, 4 in the morning? 3, 4 o'clock p.m., bro? Like, I don't know, bro. Niggas don't be... I don't know. Like, bro, that's a fucking blessing, bro. I mean, yeah, you did spend years, but you know, I can't even knock you down for that, bro, because you did spend years. Like, you put in the time to get to this point where you can't do that, bro. But it's like, it is almost get to a point where, like, people get out of touch, but I just feel like that's kind of how rich people are in general. Like, they just kind of get out of touch. Like, what the fuck you mean? Damn, my life is so stressful because I was able to smoke after I got off a stream. I smoked, and then I was able to get up at 3-4 o'clock p.m. Like, but I don't know. I feel like that's more just like I'm a rich nigga thing more than a just kind of streamer versus 9 to 5.
Describe what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
No, okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up, I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit off your face. Cool.
So he got fat.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just scrub something around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m. I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
Do you know what's crazy?
My mind
9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work today.
He already did
I did my work today.
He took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
What?
Do
That's not a good argument, because it's like, bro, it's like y'all just have a different schedule again. Like, what happens about niggas that work in graveyard shifts? Like, niggas got the same schedule as you, bro. Like, they could wake up at 4, fucking go to work at like 10, or go all-nighter. Well, not all-nighter. Well, yeah, all-nighter. Then come home at like fucking 12 or some shit. Or like, I don't know when niggas get off, maybe like 10 or some shit. Go to work, go home at 11, and repeat that cycle. So it's like, just because y'all have a different schedule, that doesn't mean that your job is necessarily harder. It's just a different schedule.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but no.
Artlist's AI voiceover feature allows you to turn your words into voices you never.
Do you know the
only thing with this one, bro? I just feel like there's not really a lot of good arguments that both sides are portraying. Like, I just feel like both of them are just trying to bring their point across, and none of them having like real good arguments to really back up their claim.
Expression, give a man enough rope.
The only argument I liked was the retirement plan and shit like that, and the 401ks and the I mean, Roth IRAs, whatever the job offers. But I mean, I feel like that's a good argument. But most of these arguments that they putting out are just fucking dumb, kind of on both sides.
You're losing me.
Kill him.
No, I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
it means,
is that racist?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up with that stupid ass shit, bro.
My turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
it means.
Hey, I want to say to you,
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said
I'm an introvert. I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
How?
I'm a superhero, no cape.
I mean, but I wanna go as far as to say Silky and saving lives, but they do be having some niggas that really have influence, bro.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
I think dreaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
Nah, I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. My question. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice,
So
and that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human touch.
If I was flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But,
two, three.
okay, and then back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
But that's not the point, though. The point
No,
is
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming is harder.
Was
than 9
that
to 5. That's the point.
you gave up your girlfriend for streaming? Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He
Yeah,
ran up a
man.
bag.
But I feel like that's the same way too, though. Like, bro, you going in trying to become an entrepreneur, or you trying to start, just bettering your life, bro. Like, even when it comes to, bro, like cutting off people that you feel like that's not supposed to be in your circle or that's holding you down, or even that girlfriend, like you feel like that you're not gonna have time for just off the fact of how much you want to work and put literally 100% of your time into this, into the profession that whatever you feel like doing. So it's like both sides. And now that I think about it, bro, I really do feel like it's kind of like me actually sitting here and actually thinking about it and just the points that's coming up. It kind of makes it where, like, I don't know, I feel like streaming is similar to 9 to 5 than what most people think, honestly. Because it's like, bro, a lot of the people go through the same shit, bro. It's like a lot of it is kind of talking about like just usual human experiences, just going through life. And then what Lawini saying, with the like having to sacrifice, human relationships for that. And this lady's trying to make it seem like, oh, it's bad because of streaming, but bro, people do that with their profession all the time. How many people either work so much hours to where it puts a strain on their marriage, or how many people broken up with their girlfriends or cut off relationships to better themselves and try to be able to better their lives because they feel like the people that's in their life right now is holding them back. So it's like, it's all types of reasons why people cut them off because of their profession. So it's not strictly a streamer thing, and they feel like, oh, only like I had to like sit on my computer all day because I wanted to, and I had to break up with my girlfriend because I wanted to stream on my computer all day. No, bro, that's not how it is. So it's like, but both 9 to 5s, well, some 9 to 5s and streamers, depending on what 9 to 5 they want to do, like both of them have ways to where like both people have sacrificed for both of them. So it's like, to me, it's the same, bro. So now I feel like it's not necessarily of which one is harder. I feel like streamers is just a profession, bro.
Yeah,
you did it for a bag.
But the thing
And
is,
like at the end of the day, like you could say that like just like compare with other professions. Like nobody's gonna say a surgeon is easier than a fucking McDonald's 9 to 5 worker flipping patties, right? But I feel like streaming is up there with being like I don't know if I even say entrepreneur, bro, because I don't know. Entrepreneur is a whole different fucking dragon, bro. It's a whole different beast than streaming, but I'll say it's maybe like a little bit lower than that. Like I'll say like entrepreneur being high in the corporate ladder, surgeon is like up here, and then like streaming is like down here, and then like it's like anybody kind of in the middle, like just like regular corporate or like I don't even know, like all like the regular like middle class jobs, and then like your entry jobs. You feel me? That's how I would rank it.
It comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for, or do I pick
something that I
future
love,
something that I'm passionate about, and motion? I pick motion.
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Yes. Amazing name.
Thank you. I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's.
Oh shit.
Fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it?
Mm.
Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if
Baby,
thousands of you
Honey.
stopped watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model, but
Okay.
I've worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more stop than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky. There's so many people
I was
like
just-
you
I was
out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck. I was-
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No. But
So many.
no. But specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically it's all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
Can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like. The
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I was
camera.
16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
You weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life? Like, what should I study? What should I like? Where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
Yeah, no.
That's what we do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fuck with that argument either, cause it's like when people just say, "Oh, you just got lucky, bro," it's like they devalue all of the hard work and dedication and shit that you put into having that shit work, bro. Like I hate that word lucky, bro. And that's a strong thing to say, bro. And I feel like, but I just hate that word lucky, bro, cause it's kind of like putting all is like devaluing all of the hard work that someone puts into something, bro. Like imagine working, not even just streaming, like not even streaming, bro. Like just say if somebody is a fucking is working corporate, right? And he been busting his ass off this whole fucking time, bro. And shit, he had came to a new job, was one of the best people there the first couple months, and then second, third month the dude leaves and they ended up hiring him. And this whole time, like he been working for years, but since he only worked that couple of months, everybody in that job office is gonna be like, damn, he just got lucky because the dude left and whoop. And it's like, no, bro, like I've been working years to be as good as the job as I am right now, bro. So it's just like, I don't know. I hate that word lucky though.
It wasn't luck. Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think people who don't have a job, they feel they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss all his hard work and all of his talent?
Is he the best?
I got.
That's a good point too. I feel like that's the best. That's the best thing that Adep said this whole fucking 45 minutes or this 37 minutes that we've been playing.
I got fourth last year. No. Let me get my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
so that's not luck. That's
like
pure.
less than
That's pure
1%.
skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No, they
have
work.
a talent. They have.
I feel like they were gifted genetically, but they also have the talent to go with it though.
They
talent.
They had
But
a team.
as-
So what
you
he
know how
do-
many talented people out there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it?
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not at all.
you just said.
You just said.
Yeah,
What he did
I
to get
said
to where
a
he
lot
is-
of people are talented don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. There was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
I
Switch
that nigga out.
It's
What
not
that
luck.
nigga say?
I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
And yeah,
So that's not.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like niggas just be dismissing people and just trying to dismiss all the hard work niggas be doing, bro. When it's like, gang, like niggas really be putting in work, bro.
I mean, if that's
stand on it. Stand on it.
If that's luck,
Where's the luck at in that equation?
Again.
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But
God bless.
off of specific pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So there are so many even talented actors here. They never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it.
But she's saying pure luck when it comes to they never meet they never meet the people, they never do the right actions. That's not luck, gang. That's just them making wrong decisions. That's what that really is. That's you being naturally talented at something, but you feel like that's gonna push you all the way, and they don't put as much effort in as somebody that doesn't have the talent and really grinding it out to. You feel me? Because I feel like hard work is always gonna trump out talent, bro, regardless of anything, bro. I feel like the real monsters when it comes to that shit is people that's naturally talented, but they also have a good work ethic. That's the real key, for real. But bro, you need both though, bro. And if you don't have the talent, bro, you just acquire the skills so you be able to compete with people that has talent, bro.
It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made 10.
It is like, bro, they just don't get it, bro. But like that shit really is like that shit do fuck with you mentally, bro. Especially like if you, bro, they had this one nigga like, I don't know, it's hard, like it's just crazy how like some people just kind of like dismiss it just because it's a video game. Like, yes, because I do get it, like, yes, it is a video game, but at the same time though, like, you can't do what these people are doing. Like, there's no way that fucking Angry Granny is gonna go and be a fucking top 10 player in the world, bro. So it's like, if you can't do it, bro, you really can't discredit other person for making a career out that shit, bro.
Tens of millions of dollars playing video games.
Cause it's like, first of all, he's doing something that you can't do, which is content creation and being a YouTuber and being one of the best Call of Duty players in the world, even though, yes, it is a video game. Second of all, he has a higher criteria than you, because, bro, anybody could go and be a lunch lady for fucking 15, 20 years, no credentials. Second of all, as you said, he had to work 8 years without any pay to make it into a career. Third, like, he has to dang, I lost my train of thought. But it's like, it's so many things that go into being a streamer, and I feel like people just chalk it up to, oh well, you could do a hobby and make money off it, so it's not hard. When it's like, bro, that's not true. It's just like, and I feel like it kind of comes down to people still having that mindset where they have to have a job to make money. But I feel like if everybody, because I feel like, honestly, I feel like it's this point in age, bro. Especially like with social media, bro, you can make any hobby, anything that you like doing, into something that's lucrative and that could be turned into a business, bro. But I feel like people don't see that, bro, and they kind of still in this mindset where the only way to make money is a job. And they feel like anything that's not that, or anything that's kind of like different from that, is it's just not a job at all, and that's kind of something that to be kind of like not even shunned, but like just kind of dismissed. Cause like that's how people be when like people start up with like new entrepreneurial ventures, bro. Like niggas don't be believing in that shit and kind of writing it off until that shit works, bro. So.
Exactly, that's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop on a game and do what I do.
You couldn't do it.
That's a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I would wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here, because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not. Like
You don't think you don't think it's talent.
You're just too old to understand.
I can't argue that because
There's a word.
Y'all could never
I gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from a generation where this didn't exist. This career. You looked at this career and you laughed.
I mean, he's right though. Like, I mean, he's right. Like that's all that it comes down to for us. Like, it's something that's different, and they can't really wrap their head around it, bro. And it's like they feel like it's just something that's a hobby, when it's like, bro, like anything that you can make money from, bro, like that shit should be respected, bro. Especially if they making millions like how these people are making, bro. If they're able to make millions off this shit, bro, like it should be respected, bro. No matter how they got there. Well, unless, cause like, for you to get to where you're making millions of dollars, bro, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you're doing, bro. You have to spend it's either A, you spend ungodly amount of time trying to get to that point where you that successful, or you let that shit compound over the rest of your life. And none of these streamers are over the age of fucking 35. So it's like, bro, everybody that's in that room is work their fucking ass off to get where they at, bro. And that should be respected. No matter how, but that should be respected for anything that comes up, bro. If the fucking next wave of fucking people is fucking going around and fucking petting dogs and shit, and people are making millions off that, bro, you gotta respect it, bro. I feel like, and it's like, bro, I don't know. I don't know. I just wish, but I don't know. And it's like I don't even want to come off because like. I don't want to come off as somebody that's somebody that's like just like fucking dick riding streamers and shit, because I believe that there's a lot of professions that's hard, that's way completely harder, that's like a whole nother ball game than being a fucking streamer. But I feel like the middle, a lot of, I'm not gonna say all, but like working like the middle class / entry level jobs, I feel like for you to be a successful streamer and be at the at the heights of where these individuals that all of them had to make sacrifices, bro, that not a lot of people will make. That's why they at where they at, bro. And that's all it comes down to, bro. But that's anything in life, bro. And that's where I kind of keep like seeing these similarities when it comes to like streamers and 9-to-5s, bro. Like it's crazy how like, bro, like anything you do in life is the same fucking thing, bro. Like even when it comes to gaming, bro. Like for you to become a very talented streamer in the process that it takes to become a talented, you know, person, that being somebody that's talented at gaming, bro, like the dedication that you have to put in and the hours and the time that you have to put into that game, that's the same. That's how you get good at anything in life, bro. But I don't know, people don't see that, bro.
Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports? When you grew up, this didn't exist, so no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit, because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
And it's fun, but it's like, again, it's...
Okay.
You gotta fight back.
That's
You gotta
okay.
fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
That's Faze.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to meet
This
you.
past-
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking
We
it back
fall
to
off.
that's being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way
reinvent.
you can do if you get laid off. You get a new
Yeah,
job.
that's it's
Oh,
it's
and-
kind
okay.
of is it not the same concept? Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know,
And
but
then-
if you lose a job, you can't.
just get another
No,
one?
you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of walking through my resume.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did you uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views?
Went to school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job?
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good
Wait,
at your
he's
job.
waiting for.
Yeah, when cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Well,
I'm not security.
That's
I just
a
go.
one
I go like this.
9 to
I go
5.
like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
But people millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart, that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
That they have their opposable thumbs like so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
Yeah,
It's like, what?
I'm saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You
couldn't win it.
You couldn't. You couldn't
qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it, but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing.
I'm
Like,
not
oh,
dismissing. I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
Skill, it's not a talent.
I
Like,
said it's a skill.
it's
I didn't
easy.
say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you can
how
own.
do you
can
know?
master.
How do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level though.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How do you know?
What
But how
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah. What
so
does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of work and editing and filming and constantly.
I'm just talking
having
about
to
pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had
you
to
did-
put tens of thousands of hours.
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players?
I can also put. I can circle back and give
Do you know how to
different
short launch
terms
pad?
from
When
my
you're trying to get to third
industry.
zone, third moving. Do you know
I
how to
don't know
short?
No,
launch
I
it?
don't. But if I
Exactly,
want,
you couldn't, but Excel sheet? You can do Excel sheet.
no, but exactly.
Yeah,
I
they're
can
just
go-
talking. They're just talking game. with
These
them.
refreshes
As a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you wanted to, you would.
If us four
Put on braces.
Took 3 days. You don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh.
But let me give you. If I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
So let's pay for her, whatever it is. Give you 3
please.
days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No, that's not how the job works. You pay me, I'll get the job done.
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame, in this era. And technology is totally different now, because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with Carl. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are. Yeah. But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder. And that's what I think. So
My mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
But yeah, man. Shit, we almost had 2 hours of streaming, bro. To be honest, I didn't think that I was gonna talk that long. Cause shit, we turned a 40-hour video to almost an hour, bro. So shit, I'm kind of proud of myself for that. But I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with all this when it comes to editing, bro. Cause that's one thing about it, gang. It's like I be having like these long ass edits, these long ass like segments and shit, and like I need to I be having these long ass segments, and after me streaming for like 1-2 hours, I gotta go back and start fucking editing this shit. So I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Usually what I just do, bro, especially, well, at least with this all this shit with the like with streaming or like reacting, like there's not a lot of like editing that I really have to do, so it's not too bad. But yeah though, man, I appreciate all y'all, bro. I appreciate anybody that tuned in. I'll see y'all boys in the next video.